also not the reputation you want.
Yep. We'll do one more thing on the Trump trial thing. So his criminal trial in Manhattan was supposed to start March 25th. It's been delayed by 30 days because there was a document situation where the Department of Justice in Southern New York, Alvin Bragg asked him for all these documents over a year ago, and they refused for whatever reason. And then just recently, they just dropped like 100,000 documents on his lap. So now he's got to take 30 days to go over all that shit, right, with his team. But and now the judge is pissed because he's like, why is this happening? We were ready to go in like a week, and now you guys do this shit? So the judge is having a hearing this week to try and figure out who fucked this up, basically. But anyway, so they have that going on, so we'll clip to that real quick.
I'm just going to ask Lisa Rubin if she wants us to wait as she continues reading, but she's got some interesting details from this court document asking for a delay in the Alvin Bragg case, the hush money case against Donald Trump. Lisa, what'd you find?
So in reading this motion, Katie, it seems as if when the defendants when Donald Trump first moved for an adjournment or dismissal, it was because of a January 18th subpoena to the U.S. Attorney's Office that produced 73,000 pages of records. On the verge of the DA's office responding to it, it seems that yesterday he got another 31,000 pages of documents, and then
it's more than 100,000 documents.
Correct, and the U.S. Attorney's Office is saying we're going to produce more. He is angry at the District Attorney's Office for not turning those over to him. He says it was their responsibility somehow to get those and turn them over. But they note at the bottom of the first page that these records appear to be relevant to the subject matter, but they include materials that the people, that means the District Attorney's Office, requested from the U.S. Attorney's Office, that's the Department of Justice, more than a year ago, and that the Department of Justice previously declined to provide. So there will be a lot of questions about why is the U.S. Department of Justice making materials available now to Trump related to his defense that they wouldn't give to the Manhattan DA's office a year ago. We will know more about that when the DA's office submits its substantive brief, which they say they will do tomorrow. But in the meantime, they say that this is really Donald Trump's own fault, that they sought the full grand jury record relating to Michael Cohen's campaign finance conviction in federal court last year. And they asked for things including grand jury minutes and tapes, witness lists, grand jury subpoenas, exhibits that they gave to the grand jury, etc. And they didn't get those things, or the stuff that they did get, they gave to Donald Trump more than 9 months ago. And Donald Trump didn't complain. Nonetheless, the U.S. Attorney's Office, for whatever reason, is now saying you can have more of it.
They're saying 30 days is fine.
So, yeah, basically the judge had to delay it for 30 days. But that's the thing, is it all got fucked. So Southern New York is giving it up, saying, well, we've got these now, but it's not our fault because the DOJ had them and denied giving them out last year. And now we're getting all this shit at once. You know, and part of this is Trump's fault because he had a lot of this shit. So, you know, his attorneys wanted a longer delay, but they didn't get it. So, we'll go.
Good.
Yeah, but Merchan, who's the judge of that case, he came out with a bunch of rulings just today, and we'll clip over to this. So, this is Karen Agnifilo Friedman and Michael Popak on the Midas Touch, and they're going to talk about some of the judgments that came out this morning.
New developments in the Manhattan DA case. Judge Juan Merchan has decided a pair of motions here, motions from the defense and motions from the prosecution. These were the motions in limine, so the pre-trial motions. So just because the case is slightly on hold, it was a 30-day adjournment while they sort out this new discovery that was given by the Southern District of New York, the feds. They're going to have a hearing on that. The trial was postponed, but everybody's still working. This is not like the DC trial where anything's on pause. Everybody is still furiously at work. And there was these pair of motions in limine, or pretrial motions, that were filed both by the defense, Donald Trump, as well as by the people, or Alvin Bragg's office, the Manhattan DA's office. And the motions essentially were, what are the things that each side wants to either introduce, be able to introduce, or preclude the other side from being able to introduce. And those are the types of things that are usually sorted out ahead of time in what's called motions in limine. And that is a standard part of every case. And the judge, Judge Juan Merchan today, he filed his decision on the motions separately. So he did Trump's motions all in one. It was his decision in order on his. And then in the people's, he also ruled his decision and order on the people's. And Popok, I don't know about you, but this was a resounding smackdown of Donald Trump. It was a reiteration of, the word denied over and over and over again in his motion. And it was a resounding win for the people in both of the motions. A few little things. I think the highlight of what people will say that was the biggest thing that Trump was able to accomplish was.
Well, let's skip that for a second, but yeah, essentially, they're filing the motions for what can and can't be introduced, right? What we can introduce, what the other side can introduce. And so his team wanted to limit all this shit the other side could introduce. And the judge basically said, no, denied. They basically stamped it all the way down, denied. The only one he gave him was, and I don't know why this is a big issue in this case, but it might come up, the Access Hollywood tape where Trump says the grab him by the pussy thing. The limitation is the prosecution can talk about it, they can quote him,
But they can't play it.
But they can't play it. That's it. But they can say everything. They can reenact it if they want. They just can't play the tape. But not like everybody in the jury probably hasn't already heard it already. Is there anybody in America who hasn't heard it?
No, I don't think so. It was such a big thing, kind of during the last election cycle, et cetera. So.
Yep, just how it goes. But yeah, so.
All right.
Go ahead.
In my world, I'm running out of time.
Oh yeah, no, we're done. So that was
okay.
So Trump was done with all that stuff. I don't know if you had a couple more minutes. We could do the Lauren Boebert thing real quick, or we could, if you have another 5 or 10 minutes.
How long is it? Is it a very long one?
No, I figured we wrap it up about 10 minutes.
I need to go faster than 10 minutes because in 12 minutes my thing starts.
Okay, let's wrap it up now. So that's our show for today.
Sorry, Boebert.
Yeah, no, we'll do it next time. So that's our show for today. Where can everybody catch you, Lacey?
As always, you can catch me at mysensewithsense.com. You can find articles I've written, information about courses and workshops. You can email us to find out more about that or to send us some clips, topic requests, or invite yourself on the show. Duncan, where can people do that?
You can email us at gossipfinancead@outlook.com. It's down below. Thanks everybody for joining us today, and we will catch you next time. We'll also do some more clips coming out through the week, so look for those. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.